Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to
Vaughn Radio.
This is Vaughn Radio, and it's time for the show with no name.
T-minus
10, 9, 8, come on,
7,
do it with
6,
me.
5,
I need your help.
4, 3,
You've been recruited
2,
to Star Command.
1, 0.
Here we go.
Ignition.
We're off.
Liftoff.
Y nos vamos. We're off.
Liftoff. 30 minutes.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Get up there. Get on up. Get ready.
Hold on to your hat. Strap on your seatbelt.
Yeah.
Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hat. Get ready
For the ride of your life.
The show with no name time.
On Vaughn Radio.
It's the show with no name. Let's go.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Yeah. What a great program we've got in store for venir. Yeah. We're going to learn, we're going to laugh, we're going to play, and we're going to make friends, as always. Sounds like a great day to me. I know you guys are ready to rock, as always. I imagine you've had a cup of Joe or a cup of tea. Joe es otra forma de café. And I know that you've warmed up with my buddy Fitz, the one and only Fitz, and his program, No Excuses. You can catch Fitz's program every day, Monday through Friday, at 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. on Vaughn Radio. Download the free app, and this way you can take Vaughn Radio with you wherever you may go. Oh, yeah. This is the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Welcome, my amigos. It's great to have you on board for another exciting edition of the show. And I just want to remind you, you've only got a few days left. Seriously, stop pussyfooting around. What? Pussyfoot? Como pussycat, pero pussyfoot? Yeah, deja de dudar, I don't know how you would say that. Stop wasting time. Get down to business. Vete al lío. To pussyfoot around. Let's see. Andarse con tiento. Right? Andar con cautela. Stop pussyfooting around. You know it's awesome. And you get a 20% discount on our summer intensives. You can get more information at our website, which, as you know, is grupovon.com. You can call us. It's 911-3858-31. And also social media. You can contact us via social media. All right, folks, let's kick off with today's pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop That's right, folks. Our pop quiz. Also want to remind you that if you haven't picked up a copy of my latest book, I'm telling you, people are raving about it. To rave is hablar positivo, dar elogios. This book is the shit.
Nunca he entendido por qué a la gente le hacía gracia el personaje de Spider Cerdo de la película de Los Simpsons. Es que no tiene gracia.
¿Cuál dice? ¿Spider-Ham?
Spider-Ham,
Es graciosísimo en inglés.
Claro, tiene todo el sentido. Es como la araña jamón.
Eso es.
Claro, tiene sentido que sea un cerdo. Y su identidad secreta es...
Peter Porker en vez de Peter Parker.
Ah, claro, tiene sentido. Porker, que es como...
Porker es un gordito y viene de pork, que es cerdo.
Ah, tiene todo el sentido del mundo. Así da gusto aprender con This Book is the Shit, el tercer libro de Alberto Alonso
y Damián Moya.
No te pierdas nuestro método Milky. Vas a aprender un montón porque en realidad ya lo sabías todo.
Now, wait a second. Damián said this book is the sheet. Damián. Wait, I gotta do it. No es la hoja, no es la sábana. This book is the shit. Dilo conmigo. Hay mucho es. Si sabes decir el título bien, pues congratulations. This book, no es this. Mira, esto es una lección en el this and these. This book, no book. This book is the shit. This book is the shit. And don't worry, guys, I already scolded Damián. I gave him a talking to and said, Damián, what do you mean the sheet? But we weren't going to change the ad. Hey, it's a lesson. Like everything in life, it is a lesson. All right, my amigos, let's see what we've got going on in our pop quiz. Oh, wait. Before I forget, I've got some bad news, some really bad news here. Yeah, this isn't because something's not funny. This is because I am sad to announce, folks, we had to cancel the trip to Barcelona. Okay, we had a trip to Barcelona. We were going to be going tomorrow to Barcelona, and due to unforeseen circumstances, I'll say that, even though it's not my fault. There's clearly a reason why we're not going, but I'm not going to get into details over here. Let's just put it this way. We had to cancel it. We were forced to cancel our book signing in Barcelona. I know it's the last thing I wanted to do, but last minute we had something came up without getting into detail, but just know this. It was totally out of my hands and definitely not my fault or Damián's fault. Okay, I don't like to look for somebody to blame, but sometimes there's clearly someone to blame, right? Like if the house is on fire and you have a match and a can of gas, if you're not guilty, I don't know what you're doing standing around with a can of gas and a match. So I'm really sorry about that. I know some of you made some plans to join us there. I really apologize. I'll teach you. Remember how I said everything's a learning experience? Let me teach you an expression. My hands are tied. I think you say the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. Las manos mías están atadas. There's nothing I could do, or Damián, but we won't be there in Barcelona. So, sorry, guys, and hopefully we'll be able to get there soon. All right, let's see what we've got in our pop quiz now. This one comes from our amiga, Tash Pasqua. She's the host of Back to Basics, an amazing show here on Vaughn Radio. It's on every day at 3 p.m. But if you can't tune in at 3 p.m., no sweat. No sweat. Sin sudor? Well, no sweat means No te preocupes. No sweat. No sweat. Also, we use sweat as a verb. Hay un libro muy famoso. Don't sweat the small stuff. No te preocupes por las cosas pequeñas. Piénsalo, si estás sudando, estás como estresado. No estreses. Don't sweat the small stuff. And then you know what the fine print says, la letra pequeña en este libro? And it's all small stuff. Y al final todo es pequeño. When you think about it, this person said this. Okay, cool. Is that going to matter tomorrow? In 5 days? In 1 week? In 2 months? In a year? In 10 years? Will you even remember? Right? All right. Let's see what teacher Tash Pasqua has to say today. This is from her Back to Basics challenge. I highly recommend you guys follow her on social media. It's Tash Pasqua. I know she's on Twitter, and I know she's on Instagram. And here we go. Mi sobrina se parece a mi hermana físicamente, pero se parece a mi cuñado en la forma de ser. All right? So, here we go. I'll repeat it for you again. Mi sobrina se parece a mi hermana físicamente, pero se parece a mi cuñado en la forma de ser. Good luck, amigos. You're going to have to bring the magic. Let's go on over to our virtual chat room and let's see who's on board. We've got Born to Iron Man checking in. What's up, Born to Iron Man? Good morning to you. He says, morning, folks. Morning. Kubla says, how's it hanging? Beyond comparison, pals. You're near and dear to my heart. Os tengo mucho cariño. I know Fat Elvis. Wait. Hang on there. Hang on. You've taken some liberties there, Kubla. My daughter is the only person in this world that can call me Fat Elvis. Okay? Just FYI. I mean, we're friends, but, you know, that nickname's reserved for her. Sorry. I know Fat Elvis is going to put us to the test. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, well, look at our first challenge today. This pop quiz is really tough, right? So, and I'm ready to go out on a limb. Arriesgar. Nice. Great expressions. Kubla. David says, good morning. Good morning, David. David's got a son because, well, he has a sunny disposition. You know this? Es risueño. He has a sunny disposition, David. Let's see. Kubla says, that's bad news to our brothers in Catalonia. Our thoughts are with them. Well, nobody died either. That thoughts are with them sounds like somebody died. We had to cancel the trip, unfortunately. Mira, os enseño otra frase. Due to unforeseen circumstances. Y así no tienes que explicar quién la cagó. And I told you before, it wasn't Damian, and it was not your teacher. So, but I'm not here to point fingers. I'm here to say you can thank the powers that be. Toma, la autoridad. Puede ser la policía. The establishment es otra forma de decir el poder, ¿no? Quien está en poder. Mira, todo es aprendizaje. All right, let's see. Nihad. What's up, Nihad? He says, only 2 things we'll regret on our deathbed. Lecho de muerte. Wow, you guys are getting pretty deep today with the life and death stuff. We are little loved and little traveled. Good morning, Mr. Alberto and mates. There we go with some poetry, Nihad. Yeah, you know what I always say? Because I'm a workaholic. Okay. Trabajo mucho. Adicto al trabajo. I love what I do, and I work a lot of hours, and, you know, I'm trying to get that work-life balance in there. But I heard that same idea, Nihad, but expressed in a different way. I heard someone say, I think it was something like, nobody ever said on their deathbed, I wish I had worked more. No, nadie ha dicho nunca en su lecho de muerte, ojalá hubiese trabajado más. Right? I mean, I don't know. I've never been there, but it seems pretty logical, and it seems like what you're saying there as well. All right, let's see. Kubla's singing a song. I don't know which one it is. There's no point in placing the blame because you know I suffer the same. All right, you got me there. Ahí me has pillado. You got me good. All right, let's see. But I'm supposed to put you guys to the test. Let's see how you did on Tasha's translation. It was, let me give it to you again. Mi sobrina se parece a mi hermana físicamente, pero se parece a mi cuñado en la forma de ser. All right, let's take a look over here and see what you guys came up with. Kubla says, my niece looks like my sister. All right, let's check it here. My niece looks like my sister, but she takes after my brother-in-law. All right, ladies and gentlemen, nice job. That's right. All right, my amigos. Let's see. Now, the only thing is take after is right, but also take after can be physical too. So it's correct, but excuse me. But take after can be like, oh, she really, look at that. No, she really takes after her father. So it can be a physical thing or a personality thing. Just FYI there. But it's correct because it's personality. So that works. My niece looks like my sister, but she takes after my brother-in-law. Careful with the pronunciation. I've heard so many people say brother-in-love. Why? I don't get it. All right, let's see. Who else? Born to Iron Man. He says, my niece looks like my sister, but she takes after my brother-in-law. Yeah. Chris Valrol. What's up, Chris? She says, morning. Morning to you. She says, my niece looks like my sister, but takes after my brother-in-law. All right. I like it. I'll take it. All right. Chris says, what a pity, Alberto. I was really excited about tomorrow, but hopefully again will be. No, again will be, no se diría. We'll have another chance. Tendremos otra. Or it'll be another day. No, we'll have another chance. We'll take a rain check. Lo guardamos para otro día. Lo posponemos para otro día. So yeah, again, the people who are the most upset here in this situation are Damian and yours truly, un servidor, me. But again, I'm not going to get upset. No way. You guys, you got to understand something. You got to choose what you get upset about. As we say in English, choose your battles. And I don't agree with the decisions that are made, and I don't have to agree with them, and I never will agree with something just to agree with it. But also, there's nothing I can do about it. So, as I said earlier, my hands are tied. Okay? I know, Chris, believe me, I was going to meet up with Isa, Chris, David, so many amazing students that I couldn't wait to see. But, well, it fell through. Mira, todo es un aprendizaje. To fall through. Esto es un adjetivo que usamos que es cuando un plan cae. You say the same thing, cae. El plan cayó. Pues no es to fall, it's to fall through. What happened to the party? Weren't you going to a party today? Oh, yeah, it fell through. No llegó a pasar, right? So good phrasal verbs. Guys, I think we've learned over 20 or 25 different words, vocabulary words, in the first part of the show. That's about one per minute, right? If you think each part of the show is 26 minutes. All right, let's see. Nihad said, sometimes delaying or canceling things is a key. Or no usamos el a aquí. Is key, is clave. Or a hope for something better and awesome in the future. Yeah, well, again, there's nothing I can do. So how I feel about it is irrelevant, As we say in English, otra expresión, toma. It's neither here nor there. No está aquí ni ahí. O sea, que no vale para nada discutirlo. That's neither here nor there. Que no va a cambiar la cosa. So, let's see. Some more comments. We've got Kubla, and he says, we can tell you're a workaholic. The show with no name has to be the best structured, most appealing, and uplifting English-oriented radio show ever. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really enjoy doing the show, and I enjoy that you guys enjoy the show. Oh, that's a little too redundant. I enjoy that you relish this show. What? Relish? Bueno, era para no usar enjoy dos veces. What is relish? Acuérdate de esta frase. I relish on my hot dog. What? I relish, deleito, disfruto de salsa de pepinillos en mi perrito caliente. Hey, it's silly, but it's an easy way to remember it. Si te acuerdas de relish, right? All right, amigos, some more comments rolling in. Remember, if you guys would like to comment, you can always participate. And if you can't participate live, you can always reach out on social media. Siempre puedes contactarnos por redes sociales. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Vaughn. You can reach out to Tosh Pasqua, Kyle Miller, and all your amigos on Vaughn Radio. Jonathan Angel, what a beautiful name. And Jonathan says, good morning, no-namers. Sorry, I'm late for the party. Don't worry, Jonathan, as we say, better late than never, right? Better late than never. Mejor tarde que nunca. Also, guys, just a quick reminder. We're going to a quick commercial break in a moment. But a quick reminder, if you are thinking about taking any kind of English classes this summer, right now is the time. You can get a 20% discount up till the 20th. So what's today's date? Hoy, ¿qué fecha es? Let's take a look. So today, you got 5 days left. June 20th, 2023. And you will be able to take advantage of this 20% discount on our Vaughn Summer Intensive. Tons of fun. As a teacher, I enjoyed them, and I loved seeing the students relish. Remember, I told you you've got to use the vocabulary when it's fresh. Take notes. And even more importantly, I think taking notes is important, but repeating the vocabulary aloud during this show, during Tasha's show, during Kyle's show, that is what's going to help you. Because you're listening. You're getting exposed to it. But you got to make sure you take that next step, ese próximo paso, and vocalize. Say it aloud. Say it proud. Folks, we'll be right back with tons more Show with No Name. So, stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the Show with No Name. Exclusively on Vaughn Radio. Welcome back to the second part of today's show. So much to do. So much fun to be had. Oh, yeah. Come on in, amigos. Come on in. Entrad. We've got so much to do here on the show. We're going to play. In this part of the show, we're going to take a look at our Say What soundbite. I think it's going to be pretty easy today, to be honest. Then we've got our spelling bee. Yeah, I think the spelling bee is pretty easy, too. Then we've got homophones. Wow, so much to do. And I didn't even touch the second half of the show. Remember, after today's show, you've got the lovely Ximena Holiday and her program, Test Your English. And you can pick up the book, Test Your English. It's available at vaughntienda.com. You can also pick up my latest book. This book is the shit. Now that you know how to pronounce it, this book is the shit, not this book is the sheet. Eso es la sábana o la hoja, like a sheet of paper, una hoja de papel. All right, folks, it's time for today's super simple Say What. Say what? What? Say What soundbite. It's the Say What soundbite. Say What soundbite. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say What soundbite on the Show with No Name. It's the Say What soundbite. It's in the membrane. Yeah. All right, amigos. That's right. All right, amigos. I think today's probably gonna be the same. I mean, let's put it this way, not the same. No. I think it's gonna be probably one of the easiest ones we've ever looked at. And you'll see why after. I was about to say something. Estaba a punto de decir algo, but I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. No quiero dejar escapar la sorpresa, right? All right, amigos. Is everybody ready for the Say What soundbite? I'm going to play it for the first time, and we'll see what you guys hear. Is everybody ready? Okay, here we go.
Oh, I see you moved the green ottoman. How did that happen? Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? Just for fun, let's see what it looked like in the old spot. Just to compare.
All right, there you go, amigos. That's the first one there, the first listen. I'm going to give it to you in just another moment. I mean, this is perfect. If everybody spoke like this, clearly, with pauses between the sentences, I mean, in a perfect world, everybody would speak like this person. And there's a reason a lot of people learn English with this person and her friends. Bis? See, I told you I wasn't going to let the cat out of the bag, and that's exactly what I did. All right, let me give it to you a second time, amigos, and then we'll discuss. I'd love to hear what you heard.
Oh, I see you moved the green ottoman. How did that happen? Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? Just for fun, let's see what it looked like in the old spot. Just to compare.
All right, amigos. And as you're thinking about what you want to say, I just want to remind you this week you've got a brand spanking new episode of FYI. And folks, we are going on an intergalactic journey to the Milky Way. We can't even begin to really grasp our great galaxy. Never mind the ones that lie way beyond what we even know. This intricate, interwoven, interstellar constellation of planets spins around the scorching sun in a way that seems completely seamless. Get ready to gaze up at the sparkling stars and puzzling planets spiraling endlessly in the sky above. We'll make sense of the Milky Way on this week's episode of FYI. Welcome to For Your Info.
Inglés.
You got it. That's right, folks. Another exciting episode of FYI drops tomorrow. Unless you are in my community, then you've already got the episode. You get it a couple days earlier and you get a bonus episode. So check it out. But yeah, we are going on an intergalactic journey on our FYI episode. We're going to discover our Milky Way, nuestra Vía Láctea. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. It'll be available to everybody on Friday, but it's available again if you're in my community. Then you got it yesterday, right? And the bonus episode and PDFs and all that jazz. But if not, tomorrow you've got a brand spanking new episode. And I just released, as I told you guys, for those of you who are very, very patient, si sois muy pacientes, usually it takes about a year for a bonus episode to make it to the general public. So, Urban Legends, the bonus episode of Urban Legends came out this past week. I also released the bonus episode on oceans about a week ago as well on World Oceans Day. The Marilyn Monroe and JFK bonus episodes of FYI have also been released. So make sure you are following the show because, okay, you could say you get a brand new episode every Friday, but don't forget there are bonus episodes from the past that are being dropped weekly. All right, so you can always get them. What I highly recommend you do is you listen to the first part, even if you've listened to it before, and then listen to the bonus part. All right, let's see what you guys heard in our Say What soundbite. Come on. The first person to participate is Kubla. And Kubla says, it sounded like a sitcom American actress. So, te doy un retoque aquí del orden. It sounded like an American sitcom actress. Le damos la vuelta ahí, ¿no? Actriz de tal y americana. So it sounded like an American sitcom actress, en vez de movie actress or, right? Mocking somebody, burlándose de alguien. Good vocab. Mocking somebody, que es lo mismo que making fun of somebody. For having placed something on another spot in their house. Y te hago un pequeño ajusto in another spot, en otro lugar, en este caso. But excellent observations, Kubla. Excellent, great. Let's see, anybody else? Just Kubla. All right, well, you know what happens here, though. I move on to spelling bee, and then we have 4 people that participate. So what is that telling me as your teacher? I need to be a little bit more patient. Well, you know, I'm doing it for the sake of the show. I don't like rushing things at all. Believe me, I like being in the moment, really doing stuff. But then I know how it gets at the end of the show when we're like, okay, bye-bye. Right? Siempre. Let's see, Jonathan. Jonathan says, sounds like an actress who suffers a bit from OCD. Nice one. Obsessive compulsive disorder. It's a good word to know. Disorder is trastorno, right? Disorder. También es una canción de System of a Down. Temazo. So, it sounds like an actress who suffers a bit from OCD and didn't like the way someone placed an item in their house. She's a bit of a neat freak. Jonathan, awesome. That's spot on. Spot on. Clavado. So somebody who's a neat freak. Buenísima palabra también. Un loco de la limpieza, de la organización. We all know people like that. In my home, you're not going to believe this. It's me. I swear to God. And that doesn't say very much. No, you know what I realized? Because the older I get, the more I need organization. The more I need things in their place when I need them. Does anybody else feel that? Or is it just me? Because I feel like, you know, the older I get, the more I'm like, pero si las llaves tienen que, the keys always have to go there, right? We wouldn't think of moving them to a different spot. And it's just because if I had to look for them every time. So I've become more of a neat freak. Great vocabulary. And OCD. Yeah, no, I don't want that there. I want it there. No, one more inch. OCD. Great. Jonathan. Wonderful, wonderful contribution. Nihad. He says, I think it's a comedy scene where the actress making people laugh, where the actress is making people laugh until they almost cry. She is speaking about a green ottoman, asking, how did that happen? She said that it to look like in the, sorry, Nihad, I can't read your mind, so Guys, I know it's fast. I want to be fast, but if I don't know what that verb is. The word ottoman. Good ear there, though. Nihad. Now, Ottoman is Ottomana. Oh, you call it the same thing. It's also the Ottoman Empire, los turcos, right? The Ottoman Empire. All right, Nihad, pretty good except for that last one. You're making me guess there. Read your mind and ask my wife. I'm not good at it. If she's listening today, I'm going to get it. Hoy cobro. And I don't mean my paycheck. Mira. Cris Malrol, there she is, our sweetheart, our movie queen. She's the movie queen. Oh, yeah. Ooh, see that girl. Baby, watch that girl. You guys, I'm going to have to make you your own jingles. Así no tengo que cantarlo cada vez, right? You'll get your own jingles here. Chris says, I heard an American actress making fun to a friend. No, cuidado, pero bien. Making fun of. So mocking a friend or making fun of a friend. Okay? Un ajuste, pero great, Chris. Due to an object that used to be placed somewhere else. Because she thinks there's a better place for it. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Guys, awesome. Let's see. Kubla says, as far as I know, order and method never hurt anybody. Yeah, but again, everybody's different. I get that now. But if I could never communicate that to 25-year-old Alberto. I was like, organization, planning? Why? Write things down? What are you, crazy? So easier said than done. Oh yeah, organization is great. Yeah, but it takes time. Even to eat right, you got to buy the right food. You got to be organized. And it takes time to be organized. But incredibly, if you are organized, it saves time later. Right? So it's like a paradox of these. So yeah, it reminds me of the expression, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Me encanta. Esto es el voluntad de la gente, como somos. ¿No? Puedes llevar el caballo hacia el agua, pero no le puedes forzar a beber. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Excellent expression. Anybody else want to participate in our Say What soundbite before we move on? Well, I'm just saying we've got a lot of stuff to do, but I don't want to miss any of your amazing comments, amigos. All right, well, let's kick off our Spelling Bee.
Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee. Spelling Bee.
That's right, amigos. That's right, it's our Spelling Bee only on the show with no name, and I hope you guys have brought your A game. ¿Te sabes esta expresión? To bring your A game es venir listo. Okay, no vengas como sin descansar. Like, if you're a soccer player and you're playing in the Champions League final, or in any game, but in the Champions League final, and you're playing against one of these big teams, you better bring your A game. Tráete tu mejor juego, tu mejor versión, ¿no? Viene a decir. Great idiomatic expressions. I love the ones that are associated to sports in general because it's easy, teamwork. There are a lot of parallels between sports and business. All right, well, my amigos, as always, I think this is the most challenging section in our daily show, but I think you guys will be able to handle it. Is everybody ready? This is round 1 of our spelling bee. And these are people's names. Son gente. All right. So obviously their first names, their middle names, all that stuff, it's capitalized. Okay. Is everybody ready? All right. And I'm going to omit certain things. So I'm going to simplify it for you a little bit. Okay. Is everybody ready? The first one is MIGUEL space UNAMUNO. The second one is ALEX space IGLESIA. The third one is ANDER space HERRERA. The fourth one is ANDONI space ZUBIZARRETA. The fifth one, JON space KORTAJARENA. Hey, I didn't name them. And the last one is KARLOS space ARGUINANO. And here's a little musical clue. Maybe it'll help you. I don't know. Oh, it's not Irish music. There might be some similarities, but this is not Irish music. Maybe some of you from the north might recognize it. Personally, I love this kind of music. It's got a beautiful folkloric sound, but I've even heard like rock, really good sounds, and interesting instruments as well. And we got a little techno version here. Look at that. Let's go. Come on. We're going to Bilbao. That's right, amigos. You know it. This is Basque music. Bueno, according to YouTube. Bueno, suena como, it sounds like the Basque music that I've heard in the past. All right, let's see. It looks like we might have a winner here on our hands. Let's take a look. The first person to take a stab at it is Jonathan. And Jonathan, let's see. The first one is correct. The second one is also correct. The third one is correct. The fourth one is correct. The fifth one is correct. And the sixth one is also correct. Wow! Wow, wow, wow. Jonathan Angel, our spelling bee champion today. Wonderful job. Also, Born to Iron Man. I see a mistake, Born to Iron Man, in yours. We've also got Kubla and Chris. I'll have you guys check your own, okay, porque no voy a mirar cada una. But either way, if you got it the first time, check them and make sure they're correct. And Jonathan, excellent job. You dotted your I's and you crossed your T's. Es una forma de decir, hiciste un trabajo completo. All right, here we go then, folks. This is round 2. The first person is MIGUEL space UNAMUNO. The second one, ALEX space IGLESIA. The third one is ANDER space HERRERA. The fourth one, ANDONI space ZUBIZARRETA. ETA. Y a mí me cuesta la vida decir ese nombre. Number 5, JON space KORTAJARENA. And the last one is KARLOS space ARGUINANO. All right. Those are your spelling bee people, as you guys are realizing. Well, I think the music gave it away, that Basque music, which I really, really love. I remember when I was up there with Oninche, one of our students, one of our Show with No Namers. She introduced me to a band. Wait, bueno, introduced, te explico en inglés. Introduce es decir, tienes que escuchar este grupo. También puede decir, oye, tienes que conocer a este grupo. But based on the context, she introduced me to this band's music, si queremos aclararlo. And it was awesome. I just can't remember the name of the band now. She even gave me a CD. Well, either way, the city of Bilbao was founded today in 1300. And we're going to come back and talk about some famous people from that area. We've got homophones. We've got Name That Music, Double Trouble. I mean, we've got so much stuff to cover in the second half of today's show. So, if I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the Show with No Name on Vaughn Radio. Welcome back to Vaughn Radio, the Show with No Name. You got an amazing afternoon up ahead. Don't miss Ximena Holidays program. Test your English. Followed by the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy. Then you've got Back to Basics with Tosh Pasqua, the talented Tosh Pasqua. Followed by our buddy, our newest buddy, Jules Linares. You can get random. You never know what's going to come up with Jules. Hey, it's kind of like life. Get random with Jules every afternoon. And after that, get ready for a history lesson like you've never heard before. Western Civilization with Guy Williams. The Salad. Right after that, with the multifaceted Dave Boys. And then you've got Kyle Miller and Drive Time. Also, if you're thinking about signing up for our residentials, es que me encantan también los residentials. Descuento ahora. No. There's a 20% discount until the 20th. Hasta el 20. You can get more information. It's for Vaughn intensive summer courses, 20% off until the 20th of June. So get on it. Don't waste any more time. If you are thinking about doing it, now's the time. More information at grupovaughn.com. Phone numbers 911-385831. And social media. I always forget. That's another way you can contact us. Folks, it's time for Homophones on the Show with No Name.
Homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. Show with no name. Show it no. Show it no.
That's right, amigos. Now we're going to take a look at two words that may or may not sound the same. I'm going to leave it in your hands. But first, I want to know what the words are. And then I want to know if they sound exactly the same or not. Is everybody ready? Your first word is to kill an animal, usually, for sport, if that's your hobby, or food. Back in the old days, you didn't go to the supermarket. If you wanted to eat, you had to cazar, right? So to kill for sport or food. Me gusta decirlo en otras palabras en inglés también, cazar. Also, it's to search for something. O sea, buscar. Estamos ahora buscando una casa. Estamos buscando pintor. What, right? So that's another way to say that as well. What else? Cacería. Well, it's used in a lot of different expressions as well. So we'll take a look at that when we reveal the words, okay? So the first word, cazar, caza, okay? And it has many other meanings as well. And the second word, okay? The second word is aparecerse, okay? But it's an appearance by a ghost. So if you take the word casa encantada en inglés y quitas el ed de la palabra encantada, es eso. So encantar, perseguir. If we're talking about it in the figurative sense, un recuerdo, right? A memory te persigue, te obsesiona. It's also lugar favorito. So that's another great word. It's frecuentar un sitio. Wow. There could be a huge quadruple trouble in both words. And you never know. Sometimes I write the words down and you'll see them later in a double trouble. But right now, it's not time for double trouble. While you guys are thinking that through, pensándolo bien, let me give you the say what soundbite here for the third time. Wow. Time really does fly when you're having fun. Thank you for that, amigos.
Oh, I see you moved the green ottoman. How did that happen? Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? Just for fun, let's see what it looked like in the old spot. I'm just to compare.
All right, there you go, amigos. There you go. That is your Say What soundbite for the third time. Let's go back to our homophones right now. Like we said, the first word is cazar, right? And the second word can be what a ghost does to a house, right? Or what a memory does to a person, you know? So either way, it's something that doesn't leave you alone. That's the Wilhelm scream, by the way. Do you know that, guys? I know you know it. You've heard that in hundreds and hundreds of movies. The Wilhelm scream. El grito Wilhelm. Yeah, there it is. It was recorded like in the 40s or 50s, and it's still used. ¿No? Estás viendo una peli y se cae uno de un puente and, you know, there you go. There you go. All right, amigos. So let's take a look over there. Some of you were saying that the audio is breaking up. There's nothing I can do about that. If you're on the live stream, for example, the only thing about the live stream is it depends on internet. So when the internet cuts out, so does the microphone. The good news is if you listen to these programs, my recording device is not connected to the internet. So if you ever want to hear the audio perfectly all the time, well, that's the podcast. There's nothing I can do about the internet cutting out. That happens sometimes, and you know, even when they're interviewing the president. So in the live stream, guys, it's par for the course. And a lot of times when you mention it, unless you can't hear me, period. Entonces sí que es un problema de mi conexión de micrófonos. But if not, it's the internet, nothing I can do. So a lot of times you'll notice I won't even read those comments because I know that the audio that we need is all being recorded perfectly without any of these lags, retrasos que vienen with the internet. So sorry, and if there was something I could do, I would, definitely. And let's see what you guys got in our homophone section over here. Jonathan Angel says, thanks, Born to Iron Man. My first time winning the spelling bee. Yeah, I thought so. I wasn't sure, but hey, first times are always awesome. All right. German participating in the homophone section. And German, those are the correct words. And German says they are not homophones. Okay. German says no. All right. Let's see what your classmates say. Kubla, those are the correct words. And Kubla says they don't sound the same. Chris Valrol as well. And she says they're not homophones. So, interesting. Anybody else want to participate? Kubla says, we know, we're not blaming you. Oh, no, I'm just telling you there's nothing I can, I'm just telling you can say it all you want. There's nothing I can do. Unless, what I want you to tell me, guys, when I can do something about it is when you don't hear any audio at all. Or you don't hear the, the different jingles and things like that. Okay? Then I can do something. Because it means that I have the connection is not in really good. But if not, there's nothing I can do. So it's not about blame. It's about my hands are tied, como en muchas situaciones en la vida. I notice more and more that I have less and less power every day over things. Sobre las cosas. All right, let's take a look. Then the first word. So let's go back a second. Let's rewind. All of you are saying that these two words don't sound the same? All right, let's take a look at them. The first one is hunt, okay? It's a regular verb, hunted, okay? So hunt. He likes to hunt. I don't personally, But a hunter is somebody who hunts. A witch hunt, piénsalo, una cacería de brujas, a witch hunt. And also, as I said, they're house hunting. They're bargain hunting. Estás en busca de tal cosa. La película Good Will Hunting, ahí lo tienes. El indomable Will Hunting, ¿lo llamáis? Pues en inglés tiene doble sentido. Good Will Hunting, se llama el chaval Will Hunting, es bueno, es honrado. Good Will Hunting, bondadoso, right? You say indomable. Good will, but also estás en busca de la buena voluntad. So interesting there. That we got that from that title. Also, the hunt, la caza. Oh, tonight, cuando estás soltero. Same as, we use the same kind of parables, the same kind of comparisons, I should say. Also, anything else? To hunt down es un criminal. So, perseguir, capturar. They were hunting down the killer for weeks. Hunt. All right, and the second word is haunt. So, they're going to hunt near their favorite haunt. Remember we said lugar favorito? So, they're going to hunt near their local haunt. Do they sound the same? Absolutely not. No way, Jose. They do not sound the same. So great job, amigos. And I want you to say them with me. The first word is hunt. Like one. It rhymes with one, right? Hunt. The second word is haunt. And again, we said it's a haunted house. Es una casa encantada. They say that a ghost haunts that house every night. Encanta o aparece, right? And then let me try and give you an expression that makes sense here. One of my favorite haunts is haunted. Uno de mis sitios favoritos donde frecuento está encantado. And that's a true story. I'm sure I've told many of you about it in the past. I don't have time now, but if not, I'll tell you. Remind me to tell you about the ghost story, Plaza Mayor. Some of you might even be familiar with the story. All right, my amigos, so excellent job. There's my dad, Diego Alonso, checking in. He says, good morning, Alberto, friends and family. Greetings from Greenwood Lake, New York. What's up, Dad? Hope you are ready to rock with us. All right, what else do we have to do? Oh, our spelling bee. Sure, we were taking a look at the founding of the city of Bilbao. I'm joking. I know it's Bilbao. I had some bacalado en Bilbao. All right, it's not that funny. Not that funny. With my cuñado. Bueno, cuñado sí que tiene una D. So these are famous people from the Basque country in the north. Beautiful place. And specifically from Bilbao, which was founded today in the year 1300. The first one is writer, very famous writer, Miguel Unamuno. Gotta love this writer. Unamuno, I remember when I discovered his work, I thought to myself, why didn't I know this guy sooner? ¿Por qué no conocía a este artista antes? You know, I mean, I love his writing. I'm sure you guys, I know in Spain, para vosotros es como Charles Dickens. Bueno, no digo comparación de estilo. Digo, pero tan conocido, right? Unamuno. Man, I'll never forget, too. It was an American guy who said, oh, you got to read Unamuno. And I said, yeah. It was a guy, Spencer. Shout out to Spencer. He used to send poets to come visit us on the show with no name. And we had Richard Blanco, who is the poet who read the poetry, his poem, at Obama's inauguration. So we've had some serious people here on the show with no name. Miguel de Unamuno, another artist. We've got Alex de la Iglesia, a visual artist, a movie maker, a filmmaker. You say cineasta? Filmmaker. The next one, number 3, our third one, Ander. I think that's a cool name. I know it's Andres, I imagine. Like Andrew, right? And Herrera. A los guiris nos cuestan esas palabras con el doble R, right? And, well, a professional footballer, midfielder, La Liga Club Athletic Bilbao. But let me tell you something. I used to get confused when I first started following soccer, or football as you call it here. I remember getting confused with Atleti and Athletic, and I had to listen very, very carefully. I was like, wait, pero uno es sin la... That's confusing, guys. Number 4, Andoni, a ver si me sale, Zubizarreta. Menos mal que no es mi apellido. And number 5, John Cortajena, model, creo que es modelo. I've heard his name, I gotta be honest. As you can see, my fashion sense is nil. Pero. John Cortajara, no, ¿ves? Ni he dicho su nombre correcto. I said John Cortajena. It's not Cortajena. It's John Cortajarena. Bueno, al menos no es tu bizarreta. That's tougher for me. And the last one, I got to say, this guy is lovable. Se hace querer. Carlos Arguiñano. I think not only do we learn, how to cook from him, and I know in Spain, I don't know how many years or decades he's been cooking on the air, but I've got to say, I'm a fan of his jokes. But you guys know, you know my style. You know my kind of jokes. You know my genre of jokes. And speaking of genres, I think it's time for a section where we look at movies. Name that movie. That's right, my amigos. Let's take a look at our movie today. And I'll tell you what, I've never seen this movie, but the premise sounds interesting. Premise, te suena, ¿no? Premicia, you say? I know you say something very similar in Spanish. The premise, the storyline, the synopsis sounds pretty interesting. But then the movie didn't really get good reviews. And you know what I thought we could do today? We haven't done this, and if it works well, we can do it more often. User reviews. Podemos leer reviews de diferentes cosas, not just movies. We can do a section where, okay, we're going to read some bad reviews from movie theaters. No tenemos que decir we don't have to say the company, but we can be like, este hotel, tal. Well, in this case, we'll say the movie, but, just to avoid getting sued, que no nos demanden. But it could be fun. All right, well, let me give you the synopsis as always. A voyeuristic hotel clerk becomes the subject of a murder investigation. Whoa. Okay. A voyeuristic hotel clerk becomes the subject of a murder investigation. Voyeuristic. I think that's a French word. Everybody will know that one. And the hotel clerk is somebody. And let's take a look at the scene that I've chosen for you as well. Ethel Bromley is the character's name, okay? And Ethel says, life is hard money, okay? No, decía yo, hard money, no me suena. Life is hard, coma, si no me pones coma, ves, hasta los guiones, yo no sé qué va. So life is hard, honey. La vida es difícil, cariño. Even for the best of us. Hasta para los mejores. Life is very hard. When your father passed, that was very hard. So you can say passed on, passed away, or passed, como dicen. When your father passed, that was very hard. I know it was hard for you. It was hard for me too. And never mind the pain. Y olvídate del dolor. I know there was a lot of pain. And how much it hurt. Y cuánto te dolió. And ojo con esta, okay? This is a one I've heard a lot of people mispronounce. So that's why I want you to pronounce it with me. Hurt. No es hurt, hurt. Como si fuera una E. Tú piensa en tu cabeza cuando es H-U-R-T, piensa en J-E-R-T. Hurt. Okay? And how much it hurt. That was bad. Very bad, but not the worst part. Pero no era la peor parte. The worst part was waking up in the morning and forgetting he was gone y olvidándonos de que él no estaba. Did you do that? ¿Hiciste eso? You forget, and then you remember. Te olvidas y luego te acuerdas. You remember, and the world ends all over again. Y acaba el mundo de nuevo. All over again. But you still have to get out of bed. Te tienes que levantar de la cama and make the coffee and the toast because the world doesn't really end. Life goes on, no? To quote the Beatles, obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on, la, 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 la. My daughter loves the Beatles. And he says, it doesn't go away. I remember that's what my wife told me when her father passed. She goes, my world stopped. But then the next day when I went to work, I saw that nobody else's did. And that was crazy because for me, the world stopped, but it didn't. And it's a very crazy realization. Like, okay, people give you condolences. Of course, people care, but life goes on. And it's incredible because, you know, you're like, but doesn't anybody care? And she was, okay, they care, but, you know, I still have to go to work. I still have to do all the things I have to do. So that's a harsh reality to face. He goes, it doesn't go away. The world is still there. It doesn't go away, but still waiting for you. It's waiting for you too, honey. Te está esperando a ti también. And those of you who are telling me the sound is better, I did nothing. So again, you know, you're welcome, I guess. I don't know. I can't control the internet stuff, unfortunately. Again, if you miss any part of the show, it's all recorded in high quality audio without any blips from the internet or anything like that. So, problem, solution. There we go, amigos. All right, so let's see if anybody knows our movie over here. The first one to get it is our movie queen, Chris Valrol, followed by Kubla. That's right, amigos. And this is a movie that came out when did it come out? Well, the movie is called Night Clerk, and it came out in 2020, en el año 2020. Night Clerk. It stars Ana de Armas. You guys know Ana de Armas. John Leguizamo and Helen Hunt. Hey, wait a second. We looked at the word hunt before, didn't we? All right, well, amigos, we have to go to our final commercial break. I can't believe it. I know, time flies when you're having fun, folks. We'll be right back with the rest of our show. We've got Double Trouble. Name That Lyric. Jokes. Famous birthdays. And so much more. If I were you guys, I wouldn't even think of going anywhere. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. This is the fourth and final part of today's show. All right, amigos. All right, welcome back. So much to do and so little time. Just want to remind you guys, too, if you haven't picked up a copy of This Book is the Shit, what are you waiting for? It's available now wherever fine books are sold. You can go to grupovon.com, Amazon, Casa del Libro. Pick up a copy and find out what everybody's talking about. And don't forget about our 20% discount on our summer intensives. 20 hasta el 20. Easy to remember. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. I highly recommend it, and at a 20% discount, really? Do it. Jump in with both feet. Tírate de cabeza. Do it. All right, amigos, welcome back to the fourth and final part of today's show. Let's get right back into it with today's Double Trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up.
Double, come on. Double.
I said double. Double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble only on the show with no name. And is this one going to give you a lot of trouble? Let's see. Kind of. Yeah. All right. Well, because you have to use the same word twice, but I'm going to help you with one of them. So good luck. This is a double trouble. Are you with me here? ¿Estáis conmigo? Okay. Here we go with our double trouble. Tomás estaba espiando o mirando por un agujero en la pared. Él es un mirón. All right? So, Tomás estaba espiando o mirando por un agujero en la pared. Él es un mirón. Like a voyeur. We were just talking about a voyeur. Right? We were talking about that movie about the voyeur. All right. So anybody recognize that? Another way of saying somebody who's always looking at or staring at. To stare es fijar la mirada. There are a lot of different ways to look. Yo sé que todo el mundo dice, look. Yeah, pero hay muchas formas de decirlo. Take a peek. Un vistazo rápido. So let's see if you know this one. Tomás estaba espiando o mirando por un agujero en la pared. Él es un mirón. And I forgot to say it, and I forgot to check it, but I think you got it. I think we've got a winner in our Say What soundbite. Please give it up for your classmate, Kubla. I think you got it earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Excellent job. All right, here's your Say What soundbite for the fourth time.
Oh, I see you moved the green ottoman. How did that happen? Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? Just for fun, let's see what it looked like in the old spot. Just to compare.
All right, there you go, amigos. That was your last listen, and we'll take a look at who it is and what's going on in the scene, although I think you guys nailed it today in general. In fact, let's get a nice round of applause for all of you. Doing a wonderful job. Excellent. All of you. All right. Let's see how you did on our double trouble. The first person to participate is our friend German. And German says, Tom, ese no tenía fallo, right? Tom was peeping through a hole in the wall. He's a peeping Tom. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for German. All right. Let's see. Kubla taking a stab at it as well. And Kubla says, Tom was peeping through a peeping hole on the wall. He's a peeping Tom. The only thing, me gusta que has hecho un triple ahí, pero it would be a peep hole. Entonces, quitamos el ing del agujero de la puerta. It's called a peep hole. So great. Excellent job. Wonderful. Excellent. All right. So Tom was peeping through a hole in the wall. He's a peeping Tom. I always think of Back to the Future. You know, when Marty McFly in Back to the Future, he's up in the tree and he's got binoculars. And I think he even says to him, I didn't know I didn't know my dad was a peeping Tom. No sabía que era un tío que miraba a la gente, no? Not just mirar, to stare at people and be kind of weird, voyeuristic, as we said before. So Tom was peeping through a hole in the wall. And be careful, because that's another thing. A peephole is muy específico. Es lo que es aposta. A hole in the wall es un agujero cualquiera. So just want to clear that up too. Tom was peeping through a hole in the wall. He's a peeping Tom. Did you guys know that word? Well, there you go. We're always enriching our vocabulary as we play games here on the show with no name. And now it's time for your joking.
Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking.
That's right, folks. You're joking. This is the part of the show where we take a look at some corny jokes, but I guarantee you're going to learn English from these jokes, whether you laugh or not. If you laugh, even better. Then you're laughing and learning at the same time. All right, so today I told you that I don't like to hunt. I wouldn't consider myself a hunter, at least not for animals. Maybe I was hunting when I was single, but that's a different thing. I was never trying to kill my prey, mi presa, right? Unless it's killing me softly with his hands. Maybe that way. All right. So we're going to do some hunting jokes today, guys. What did the sign say on the hunting trail? Okay, a trail is un camino, un sendero. What did the sign say? Sign is señal. An easy way to remember that one. Firma, hablando de double troubles, firma la señal o el letrero. Sign the sign. ¿Ves? Facilísimo. So what did the sign say on the hunting trail? Easy. Bear left. No. Bear left. You gotta be kidding me. No. Bear left. Does anybody get it? All right. Well, bear, I think you know, is oso, right? And what about I think we looked at this maybe a couple weeks ago when we're talking about cars. What does it mean if I say bear left? No es gira a la izquierda. Mantente a la izquierda. Bear left. So, you get it now? Oso a la izquierda. Mantente a la izquierda. No. I thought it was really funny. What did you think? I know what you thought. You thought that was a really foul joke. Foul? We're talking about hunting. Fowl is ave, Fowl, and foul is also bajo, sucio. Pero foul, ojo, son homófonos. Foul, como falta, that was a foul joke. Foul, como falta en el deporte. Pero el otro, ave de corral, es Fowl, y suenan igual. All right. Let's see. The next one's good, I promise. Why are deer hunters so rich? Why are they so rich? And this joke, I wrote myself, by the way. Okay? Why are deer hunters, is anybody thinking of Robert De Niro in the movie Deer Hunter? Why are deer hunters so rich? Easy. They're surrounded by bucks and doe. No. They're surrounded by bucks, ciervos, dinero, pavos, dólares, and doe. All right, doe es masa, también es dinero. But doe, D-O-E, is a female deer. Doe, a deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. A note to follow, so. I don't know if I can go that high there. So, why are deer hunters so rich? They are surrounded by bucks, ciervos, pavos, dinero, and doe, D-O-U-G-H, is pasta, masa, and doe, D-O-E, is a female deer. De la canción, doe, a deer, a female deer. I guess they are guided by their scent. Scent, el olfato, el olor, scent, S-C-E-N-T, y cent, si quitamos la S, suena igual y es céntimo. They're guided by their scent, por el céntimo, por su... Okay, all right. One more, and I promise you, we will move on. I promise. What did the tiger say to his family before hunting for the food? Okay, and remember, the verb acechar is to prey. So a tiger preys on smaller animals. Its prey is, right, su presa. So es cazar, acechar, y presa. Okay? So what did the tiger say to his family before hunting for the food? Let us pray. No. Vamos a rezar. Let us pray. Vamos a acechar. Hey, they sound the same. P-R-A-Y sounds exactly like P-R-E-Y. All right, folks, that's it. That's all the jokes I've got for you today. But now it's time for famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. And as always, folks, I can't believe it. We've got to rush through this. Tenemos que hacerlo a mil por hora, but that's the way it goes here. The first person who's celebrating a birthday was born in 1963. Her last name is Cazar. I said her name because she was in today's Name That Movie, okay, the hotel clerk. She was also in As Good as It Gets. Remember that movie? I love that movie. Mejor Imposible. Y, oye, es una traducción perfecta. This is as good as it gets. O sea, no se pone mejor que esto. Mejor Imposible. It's as good as it gets. And she was in this. She won the Academy Award. That was in 1997 for Best Actress. She was also in Twister. Love that movie. Castaway with Tom Hanks. What Women Want in 2000. Pay It Forward with the kid from The Sixth Sense. Haley Joel Osment, but he'll always be the kid from The Sixth Sense. And yeah, if you don't know who she is now, you're never gonna know. This person was born in 1941, our second birthday boy. And this guy is probably one of the most prolific American singer-songwriters, all right? He reached his peak in the 70s. So we're talking about old school here. And the guy has just, I mean, so many songs that we know. Without You. I can't live if living is without you. I know you know Mariah Carey, but this guy wrote it. And he sings it just, I mean, it's hard to compare to Mariah Carey, but this guy had an amazing voice. Another one that I love from from the movie Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and John Voight. Everybody's talking at me, only the echoes of my mind. What a cool sound. And it's, I gotta say, this guy personifies American music, okay? And sometimes they called him the American Beatle. Yeah, they called him the American Beatle because he was very good friends with John Lennon and Ringo Starr. We were talking about the Beatles before. And last but not least, this person was born in 1964. Well, no, she's not British. She was born in 1964. She's been in many movies, but most people know her for playing Monica Geller. Monica Geller on the show Friends. And what else can I tell you? Monica Geller, that was 10 years. Friends was on the air, 10 seasons. I don't know if it's 10 seasons, but from 1994 to 2004. She was also in Scream. She played Gail Weathers in the movie Scream, Masters of the Universe, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective with James Carrey, and yeah, so many more. Oh, and she was born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. But when you listen to her speak, you wouldn't know that. She's got a very standard American accent. And a lot of you guys told me, many students throughout the years, that you've learned a lot of English with her and the rest of the cast of Friends. Oh, and by the way, there's an FYI episode on Friends. And I even rewrote the intro. Give it a listen. It's, well, wherever you get your Vaughn podcasts, just search for FYI Friends. And let's see if our friends figured it out over here. Kubla, you made up the first name over there. The first name, I don't know who that is. Linda. Let's see. Chris Valrol. Yes. Number one, Helen Hunt, actress Helen Hunt. Number two, Harry Nilsson. And number three, Courtney Cox from the show Friends. And that's going to bring us over to our Say What soundbite. This is Monica Geller, played by Courtney Cox. And we all know that she's a neat freak, the word we heard before. And she has a little bit of OCD and, well, they all joke around like, oh no. And you can even hear their reaction. Aquí están como, oh no, uh-oh. So when she comes in and she sees that Rachel has decided to redesign the apartment a little bit, she says, oh, not happy at all. I see you moved that green ottoman. Vi que moviste el otomano verde este. Y los demás, uh-oh, se va a liar la gorda. The shit's gonna hit the fan, como vimos ayer. And she says, how did that happen? ¿Cómo pasó eso? Like she knows how it happened. Somebody moved it. Furniture, unless the house is haunted, furniture doesn't move by itself. She goes, yeah, it's, and you know, they're looking at her like, you like it? And she's like, yeah, it's interesting. O sea, nada. She goes, but you know what? Pero sabes algo? Just for fun, para echar unas risitas. Let's see what it looked like in the old spot. Vamos a ver cómo estaba en su viejo sitio, en su antiguo sitio. Just to compare. All right, here it is, the one and only Courtney Cox playing Monica Geller on Friends.
Oh, I see you moved the green ottoman. How did that happen? Yeah, it's interesting. But you know what? Just for fun, let's see what it looked like in the old spot. Just to compare.
All right, folks, and it's time for our final section, Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric only on the show with no name. And guys, what a wonderful job you've done today and every day. Thanks for bringing that magic day in, day out. The show with no name would be nothing. Vaughn Radio would be nothing without you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of my heart. Del todo el profundo. And again, I apologize for the Barcelona thing. It was out of my hands, and I would have made a totally different decision, but it wasn't in my hands. I don't make the decisions. And you know what? I'm glad I don't make the decisions. I have a certain freedom that the people who make the decisions don't have, right? Think about that. So as much as it sucks, no mola. Hey, c'est la vie. I'm not going to get upset about it either. I'm not going to waste 1 second getting upset about it. Now, I just want to let you know that if you're upset, you know who to blame. Not me, not Damian. Blame, I'm not going to say names, but people who make decisions, obviously, right? Or don't make decisions, I should say. That's not making a decision. Saying no is not making a decision. So the non-decision makers, I won't mention names because they don't even deserve me to mention their name. Yeah, well, think about that. Nobody knows who this person is, and nobody should, and no one cares who this person is. But just know that Damian and I did everything in our power to get there. Some people just didn't have that vision. You get what I'm saying? All right, so folks, my deepest apologies to all of you. I was even going to meet some family members there at the event, and I feel bad also for the bookshop. So if you're listening, si estáis escuchando Librería a Libri, no es decisión de Damian y mía. So things are out of our hands, and kind of better, because if shit goes wrong, it's never going to be my fault. I don't make decisions, see? Everything in life is a double-edged sword. Yeah, I make the decisions. Yeah. And the moment things go wrong, it's yours. It's your ass. Es tu culo. No el mío. And that gives me such security to sleep at night. I think it's beautiful. All right, amigos. As you can see, not the greatest news we've heard, but I wanted to make it dead clear that, again, totally out of my hands. And I would have made a completely different decision. I would have made a decision instead of not making a decision. But I can't control other people, and I'm not even going to try, not at this age. No way. I have enough difficulty trying to keep things in order here at home. All right, guys, this is a song by our birthday boy, Harry Nilsson. The song is Without You. And I'm going to dedicate it to you guys because the show with no name would be nothing without you. Oh, I can't forget the feeling. Oh, wait for it.